everyone, you're welcome to my complete Spanish course. In today's lecture, we are going to learn Spanish pronouns. Spanish pronouns. So, what is the pronouns and how to use pronouns in Spanish? We learn in this video. Before starting the video, I will tell you this video is the most important video of the Spanish course because without understanding or without learning the pronouns, you cannot learn Spanish. Okay, so just carefully watch and with focus you should watch this video because get if you get the pronouns, how to use the pronouns, then it will make it will make your Spanish learning journey easy. Okay, so let's start. So basically this is a chart where it is showing the pronoun. Okay, so in English, if you want to say I I I if you want to say I in English, then you say I. But what you use in Spanish if you want to say I? You will use yo, yo, and yo is always used with first person, and always used with a singular, and it can be used with both gender, female and male. Okay, and formality, it can be any formality. What is the meaning of formality? Formality means it can be informal or formal. Informal means when you meet with your friend, then you talk as usual or normal behavior, then your normal behavior is called informal. But when you meet with your boss or with some senior person, then you give some respect, then that is called the formal. So when you are giving some respect, that is called the formal words, and you are talking as usual or normally, that is called the informal. So you can be used for I, and it can be formal or informal. In the same way, you 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 is say tú in Spanish. Tú tú this is a second person and singular form means only for one person. You want to say you, if the some person is in front of you, only one person is in front of you, then you will use you. Suppose your friend is in front of you and you want to say you, then you can be used to. Why? Because to can be used as informal, means normally you can say to. But if you are talking with your boss or a senior person, then you should not use to, because to is informal. You, instead of to, you will use usted. Usted means you are giving some respect to person. So if you want to say you, then you will use usted. You will say usted. Usted is comes under second person, and it is also singular. For one person you want to say you, then you will use usted. This is used for formal, and these three can be used with female or male. Means if your boss is female and male, if your friend is female or male, then you can use these three. But if you want to say he is a boy, he is a girl, then for he you use l, and this is comes under third person and for singular and masculine. It means if you want to say he is a boy, so boy is a masculine and singular, so you will use l as Chico, he is a boy. L as Chico, he is a boy. Okay, and you can be used l with formally or informally. So in this chart you can see informal and formal only used with you. Tu is the informal and usted is formal. Apart from that, you can use any person or any pronouns with formal or informal way. So these are called the pronouns. These all are the pronouns. Okay. L. Now the ayya, she. She is a girl. So for here, she you will use ayya. Ayya. Ayya comes under the third person and it is singular and feminine. Okay. Now if you want to say we is called nosotros, or you can say nosotras. Both you can use nosotros and nosotras. Nosotros means for masculine and nosotras for feminine. Means if you are saying we are good boys. So here you will use nosotros. If you are saying we are good girls, so you will use nosotras for we. So it also comes under the first person. Its form is always plural. Okay, and for masculine and feminine you will use nosotros for masculine and nosotras for feminine. In the next pronoun is you all. If you are pointing to someone that they are more than one, then you say you all are good boys. Then for that you can use vosotros for masculine and vosotras for feminine. It comes under second person and plural form. For masculine you will use vosotros and for feminine you will use vosotras. Now they, how will you represent they in Spanish? Ellos. This comes under the third person and its form is always plural and gender is masculine. So if you are pointing someone they are more than one, then you are saying they boys are very clever. So here you are indicating a masculine gender and plural form. So you will use ellos. And if the noun is plural they, if you want to indicate they and noun is or gender is feminine and number is plural, then you will use ayas comes in third person and plural form and a feminine form. So in this chart you have to remember only these things only. This is only for these three categories for your understanding purpose. So if you want to say I, you will say yo. If you say you will use tu. If you are talking with your friend, you will say you. Usted, if you are talking with your senior person or your boss, then usted. You will say él for he. You will say ella for she. You will say nosotros or nosotras for we, depending on the masculine or feminine. You will use vosotros or vosotras for you all. You will use ellos for they if the noun is masculine. You will use ellas for they if the noun is feminine. So basically these things is very important because all Spanish sentences you make with the help of these pronouns. Okay, so now we are going to see some example to more clarity. So here ser is a verb in Spanish which means to be. So every verb in Spanish have a six form depending on this pronouns. It have a different form. Every form in Spanish have a different form depending on the pronouns. So here you can see ser verb and this is the pronouns. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted. Usted comes in third person. So we divided this pronoun depending on the person. So yo first person, tu is second person, el aya usted is comes under third person, to be divided in separately. Nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, and el, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Okay. So if your verb is ser, it means to be. So if you, so it is the form, the ser form with your person is soy, soy, with two arrays. With el, aya, usted, you will use as. With nosotros, nosotras, you will use somos, somos. With vosotros and vosotras, you will use sois. And with ellos, ellas, you will use son. Okay. Now if you want to say I am, then how will you say I am? You will say, how will you say I? You say I, yo. In Spanish, I is called yo. Yo soy means I am. Yo soy, I am. Now if you want to say you are, you are, so you will say two arrays. Two arrays means you are. Now he is, he is, so you will say L as, L as. Or if you want to say she is, so you will say aya as. She is a girl, aya as chica. She is a good girl, aya as bien chica. Okay. Now if you want to say you, you, you are in formal way, you are, then you will say usted as. Usted as means you are, but it is in formal way. Now you are saying nosotros, we all are, we all are, or we are, so you will use somos, somos form of two. Nosotros somos means we are, or we can say we all are, we are good boys. Nosotros somos buenos chicos. Okay. Now vosotros and vosotras, so is form we will use. If you say you all are, you all are, vosotros sois means you all are. Now they are, you will use son form, son, last form son. Ellos son means they are. Ellas son means they are. Ellas son means feminine and ellos son means masculine. So for I am, you are, he is, we are, you are, they are. For this we always conjugate a verb in 6 pronoun. Every verb have a different 6 form depending on the person. Okay. So how to conjugate the verb, or what is the what is the 6th form of every verb, that we will learn in upcoming videos. Don't worry about that. There are some rules. Suppose if you are thinking that share verb I can remember, but this every verb have a 6th form, then how will I remember? So there is a some way that we will use to remember the verbs, or most of the verb follow some rules. So we will learn that rules to conjugate the verbs, or to to create the different form of the verb. So there are some rules. Okay. So don't worry about that. We will learn in upcoming videos. Now we are talking about the different verb comer. So every verb, as I say, have a 6 form to use with different pronoun. Okay. Comer verb, comer means to eat, so it have a 6 form: como, comes, come, comemos, comes, and comen. Repeat once: como with yo, comes with tu, come with el, aya, usted, comemos with nosotros and nosotras, coméis with vosotros and vosotras, and comen with ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Now, if you want to say I eat, how will you say? You know, with I say yo in Spanish, but with yo, I always use a como form of comer. So I will say yo como. Yo como means I eat. Now you eat. You know that. You know that comer, comes form of comer verb is always used with tu. So you will say tu comes means you eat. Okay, tu comes means you eat. Now he eat. So you know that with el, aya, usted, you always use come form of comer verb. So you will say el come, or you can say aya come, which means he eat or she eat. Now comemos, we all eat, or we can say we eat. So you know comemos form is used with nosotros. So you will say nosotros comemos, nosotros comemos. Okay, in the same way you will say vosotros coméis for you all eat, and if you want to say they eat, then you say ellos comen, or you can say ellas comen, or ustedes comen. Ustedes means also they, ustedes means also they, but in the plural form. Okay, so but we never use ustedes we never use. Okay, or and vosotras is always rarely used. Mostly we use yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, and rarely use vosotros, vosotras, and ellos, ellas is mostly used. Okay, now, so friend, this is all about the basic thing about the pronoun. Okay, in upcoming videos we will learn detailed things about the pronouns, how many types of the pronouns we will learn. So don't worry about that. I will teach each and everything in Spanish. I will teach you complete grammar in Spanish, complete vocabulary in Spanish, so you are able to understand, you are able to read the Spanish, you are able to talk in Spanish, you are able to write in Spanish. So everything I will cover in this my course. So thank you for watching this video, and watch my next video for learning new things in Spanish.